All right, so we're going to do the musculoskeletal exam, better late than never, right? We have our beautiful model here, Madeline Mello, and I'm going to break this apart according to your template. So again, you can do this however is easiest for you. If you want to do upper and lower extremities together all at once, that's totally fine and acceptable. There's, again, no one right way to do this. So what we're first going to do is we're going to observe the skin. And so we're looking for any discoloration, any swelling masses. We're looking at the muscle symmetry from side to side, and if there's any fasciculation of her muscles. Then we're looking at, while we're looking at the arms and the upper extremities, we'll note that she has a scar here and on her elbow, and if that wasn't reported in the history, now is the time to say, I see you have a scar here. How did you get that?
I had surgery on my radius and ulna, and that's why I got the scar.
Okay, all right. So if that wasn't included in history, now is the time we can add that to there. So what I would say is skin color is consistent with ethnicity. There's no discoloration, there's no swelling noted in the upper extremities, and upper extremities are symmetrical. So then we're gonna palpate, and as we're palpating, we're feeling the muscles, we're feeling joints, and we're looking for any heat, swelling, any crepitus, any pain, to resistance with movement, and there should be no discomfort noted with palpation. And so with this too, when we're doing our palpation, we can note radial pulses. You can do those bilaterally. For the brachial pulse, you know how you relax. You find that bicep and tricep and just kind of find that middle part and slide your finger up. You'll be able to palpate that brachial pulse there. Bilaterally, and it's equal and +2. And then when we're looking at our capillary refill here, you'll note on her fingers here, it's a little sluggish, but her fingers are also kind of cold. And so since it's a little sluggish up here, I'm going to press more at the base of her fingernail and note that that capillary refill is less than 2 seconds bilaterally and equal. So again, in my reporting or my verbalization of the exam, I would say there's no edema to upper extremities bilaterally. Brachial and radial pulses are 2+ and equal bilaterally. Capillary refill is less than 2 seconds, and there's no lumps or tenderness palpated to the upper extremities. So then we're going to do our superficial tactile and superficial pain, sharp and dull testing. And so we can use a cotton ball. Right now I have a cotton tip applicator is what I have, and then I have a tongue blade here. And so what we're going to do with this is you can use a cotton ball to touch the upper extremities in a random pattern and have the patient close their eyes, and then tell you when they feel a soft touch. And then you can also do the superficial pain and sharp dull sensation. You take a tongue blade, just twist it until it breaks, and then you have one sharp end and one dull end, or you can flip it like that if that's easier for you. And with that, you use you're going to have them close their eyes still and tell them if they feel sharp or dull. So I'm going to tell you that this is going to be your soft sensation with their eyes open so they can see what I'm doing. This is your soft sensation. This is your sharp sensation. And this is your dull sensation. You feel the difference with all of those? So I'll have you do is I'll have you close your eyes, and you can just tell me if it's soft, sharp, or dull. Okay. The other thing is too, we already did the cranial nerve test with this. So this could be a point where you do this test on the entire body, or you can again separate it out. So since I'm only focusing on upper extremities, I'm going to keep it here. It makes sense though to do it on the lower extremities as well. All right, go ahead and close your eyes.
Soft, sharp, dull, soft.
Okay. And you don't have to like do a bunch of different places and do every single spot with both. You can just do that. She obviously knew the difference between the sharp, soft, and dull. So we would say superficial tactile is intact to upper extremities, and superficial pain to sharp and dull sensation is intact to upper extremities bilaterally. And then we can have patient do the rapid rhythmic alternating movements or the point to point. So you can have them do either or. You don't have to have them do both. So the rapid alternating movement is you're going to take both the palms of your hands and you're going to hit your thighs here and up and down like that. Both of them. Good. Or you can do the point to point. And so I'm going to have my finger out. You're going to touch your nose and then touch my finger wherever it moves. So you can have them do either or. They don't have to do both. And you would just say that rapid rhythmic alternating movements or point to point, examination is intact, movements are smooth and even. Then we're going to do some deep tendon reflexes here. So with that, 0 is no response, +1 is sluggish or diminished, +2 or 2+ is active or expected response, 3+ is more brisk than expected or slightly hyperactive, and 4+ is brisk, hyperactive with intermittent or even transient clonus. So we don't want to see 3 or 4 or 0 and 1. We're looking for number 2 here. So we'll do the biceps, triceps, and brachioradialis. And so with this, with the biceps, we'll have, and I'll show this, we'll have them flex their arm to a 45-degree angle, palpate that biceps tendon in the antecubital fossa. We're going to place the thumb over the tendon and then strike the thumb. So you should see or feel the contractions of the bicep muscle. So with this, I'm going to see if I can move you a little bit closer. Right there. So you can see the arm. What I usually have them do is rest and totally rest your arm as spaghetti in my arm here, and I can feel the tendon right here, the biceps tendon in the antecubital fossa, and I'm going to hit my thumb, not her. And so we can see, you feel that? She's getting that twitch up here in her bicep. So on the other side again, I'm gonna have her rest her arm in me. I'm feeling it's a little bit more awkward here on this side. You can see that twitch in the muscle, and you feel that too. And it's weird because they can feel that sensation. So then when we're looking at testing the triceps, we're gonna have them flex their arm at a 90-degree angle, and it's gonna be level with the axilla. So I'm just gonna hold the arm, relax, all of this relax, out to here at this 90-degree angle here. And then what I will do is I'll palpate for that triceps tendon, strike it just above the elbow, and we're looking at the contraction of the triceps muscle. So with this one, again, let me see if I can get this at a little bit better angle for you. Your arm is spaghetti, totally loose. See, that's not spaghetti.
Well, I'm sorry.
So totally loose, so if I drop it, it should drop. Let me drop it. There, okay, much better. And then you're looking just, you can feel the tendon right here. And you're looking for the contraction there. Sometimes you have to hit around for a little bit. You're not relaxed.
Yes, I am.
There it is. And you can see that little swing that her arm has. So we'll flip it to the other side. Like I said, sometimes you have to hit it around for a little bit. But I also don't want you guys to get stuck on finding something and spend a lot of time on it either. So if you can't find it, you're just not able to elicit it. There. That one worked pretty well. First time around. All right. And then we're going to do the brachioradialis. So that one will have, I'll flex the arm up to 45 degrees and rest her forearm on my arm with the hand just a little bit pronated. And then we're going to strike that brachioradial tendon. And this one, I also like to hit my thumb with that. It says in the book to do directly with the reflex hammer, but you'll see. And then we'll look for pronation of the forearm and flexion of the elbow with this. So again, with this one, I'll grab like right here on the thumb, as usually I do, and see the angle of the arm here. I'll bring it out to the side. Okay, and then I feel right there. Do you feel it?
A little.
So I'm close.
Yeah.
Right there. So you see the twitch here, and you can see a twitch in there.
That's so weird.
And you know you're hitting it when they're like, oh, that got me. So again, I kind of hold the thumb, make sure that is totally relaxed. And with all of these, you don't want to hit too hard. I feel like I got it like the first time.
I don't know. Do it. Yeah, right there.
There. So I see that twitch there. Okay. So then with that, you would just, again, say deep tendon reflexes to the biceps, triceps, and brachioradialis are 2+ and equal bilaterally. Now we're going to look at muscle strength, and so we're going to have the patient push and pull against resistance. We're going to grade it on 0 to 5 scale. 0 is no movement, 1 is trace, 2 is full range of motion but not against gravity, 3 is full range of motion against gravity but not against resistance, 4 is full range of motion against gravity and some resistance but is weak, and then 5 is full range of motion against gravity and full resistance. So what we'll do is when you're putting them through this musculoskeletal exam, you're going to get the range of motion, and you're going to be able to see that they can move their extremities without resistance. So what we'll do with the strength part is actually add that resistance. So with biceps, I'm going to move this back a little bit. Okay, so we want to test the bicep, right? So you're going to bend your arm like this, and don't let me pull down. Good. And then push against, don't let me push. And that will do the triceps. So you can do this at the same time. So you can, don't let me pull, don't let me push. And then you're getting the biceps, triceps. And you can say strength is +5 and equal bilaterally to the biceps and triceps muscles. And then we can also look at finger strength. So don't let me push your fingers in. Now put your fingers in against mine, and don't let me push mine. Hey, let mine in. Don't let me push mine out there. And then, so then we can also check that finger strength as well. And so, we also want to do adduction, abduction, flex, and extend with that. And so you can have her push her fingers down against mine and up. No, push up. There you go. So you can check that finger strength as well, which is equal bilaterally and +5 to all fingers. So now when we're looking at range of motion, this is something that we can just tell her to do and look and watch her do this. So I'm going to have you shrug your shoulders up and then raise your arms forward and then straight up over your head. And so that is forward flexion, and extend both arms behind the back, and that's hyperextension, and lift arms both at your side and then straight up over your head, and that is abduction. And then swing each arm across the body. You can do one at a time. There you go. And that would be adduction. And then hands behind the hips with elbows out, and just reach up as high as you can. And that's internal rotation. And then arms behind the head with elbows out, and that's external rotation. I know the book talks about the degrees that the muscles and the arms should be going with each of these movements. I don't expect you to know the degrees. Just put them through the motion, see that they have that full range of motion. So what you would say is full range of motion to shoulders bilaterally, elbows bilaterally, wrists bilaterally, and fingers bilaterally. Because also when you're doing this too, when we were doing the strength testing, we're seeing that range of motion to the wrist. So you can do a little bit more with the wrist if you wanted to, and you can turn them inward, outward, flex, and extend. All right, that is it for the upper extremities. Thank you.